I'm Jason Little, and this is 10 minutes off the top of my head. It's conspiracy time. We're going to talk about conspiracies today. That's why I'm wearing a tinfoil hat to block all of the RFID signals that are going on right now from the products in my home, and to block the rays, the radio waves coming off of my smart meter. I can already feel myself sleeping a little better at night since I started wearing my trusty tinfoil hat. Actually, folks, I'm not a tinfoil hat kind of guy, but there are some juicy conspiracies out there. There's some stuff that'll blow your mind. I'm talking about space aliens. I'm talking about a fake space program. I'm talking about the Earth is really flat. I'm talking about a close local sun and a close local moon. I'm talking about government cover-ups of aliens. I'm talking about super secret scientific experiments that are going on how to reduce the population. Chemtrails, for crying out loud. So many conspiracies. And I know for a fact who killed JFK. It was the driver of his car. Turned around and shot him right in the face. It's plain as day on the Zapruder film. The real Zapruder film. Anyway, conspiracies. Where do they come from? Why are they out there? What is going on? How did this whole community get started? If you go onto YouTube right now and you type the word conspiracy in, you're going to find an unbelievable amount of videos about conspiracies. And mine's going to be up there too, because I'm going to put it in the tags. But look, are they true? Is it just a waste of time to investigate any of this stuff? Does it really make a difference? Well, I look at it like this. Our world sorely lacks people who have the ability to think critically. Now, I don't mean be a critic, but I mean think critically. Ask the basic journalistic questions. Who, what, when, why, and where. Who, what, when, why, and where, and then how. Nobody's asking these questions anymore. We are being programmed from top to bottom by all kinds of different groups, by all kinds of different people. Every time you turn on the idiot box, you're programming yourself. Every time you go to the movie theater and pay $15 to watch a movie and $37.95 to get a popcorn and a drink, you're programming yourself. Unless you can critically think. Unless you can ask the questions that people don't want to hear asked. Unless you can say the things that people don't want to hear said. You're being programmed. On September the 11th, 1991, George H.W. Bush uttered the words New World Order in a joint session of Congress. Do you think it was a mistake? Do you think it was an accident? Do you think that it was a problem that his father, Preston Bush, was a Nazi? Bet you didn't know that one. Look it up. He was not only a Hitler sympathizer, but he backed Hitler. And he helped Hitler. And he was a eugenicist. Oh, eugenics. Another conspiracy theory. What's eugenics? Planned Parenthood is the culmination of the eugenics movement. And it has been devastatingly successful. Look these things up. Read about them. Ask the questions. Who, what, when, why, where, and how. For instance, did we really go to the moon? Oh, you can't say that, man! We did! Really? Did we? Did we really go to the moon? If we really went to the moon, then why is it that you can watch a video on YouTube with a NASA scientist saying, right now we can only achieve low Earth orbit, but in the future we hope to get past the Van Allen radiation belt so that we can explore our solar system, including the moon? You're crazy, Jason. You're a nut job. Get the tinfoil hat, put it back on. Okay, nope, you gotta go that way with it. There you go. Tuck that little piece in. You gotta get a little ear protection here. Let's get that going because we don't want... Okay. All right, that's better. Protect your brain. Folks, I didn't even give you my opinion one way or the other. And some of you are freaking out. And you've already turned off this video and you're like, forget that guy. Let me tell you something. Critical thinking. It is so important. And it's so underutilized. We're not doing it. They're not teaching your children in school to do it. You most likely weren't taught to do it. Unless you've exercised your mind, you were not taught to critically think. You were not taught to analyze. You were not taught to really internalize things and to meditate on them and decide for yourself if we really went to the moon. I know we did. I watched it on TV. I didn't. I wasn't born yet. But I'll tell you what, I've seen the videos. You're telling me those are real? Okay. And the funny thing is that these conspiracies, like we didn't never go to the moon, the NASA space program is fake. These conspiracies are tossed out. Oh, the Earth is flat. These conspiracies theories are tossed out because they're so ridiculous. Of course we went to the moon. Of course the NASA program is true and we have been to space. Of course the Earth isn't flat. Are you some kind of a nut job? But there's been a globe in your classroom. If you went to public school from the time that you were in kindergarten till the time that you graduated from high school, there was a globe in your classroom. Oh, now he believes the Earth is flat. Now he believes the Earth is flat. He's a nut job. No. No. But I can ask the questions. Why do I believe the Earth is round? Why do I believe that we live on a globe? Why do you believe that we live on a globe? Think about it. You believe it because that's what you've been told. You've never seen the curvature of the Earth. Yes, I have. I've looked out of the aircraft window and seen them. No, you haven't. If you say that you do, then you don't believe in science, because science says that there's no possible way that at 35,000 feet or at 40,000 feet, at 50,000 feet, at 70,000 feet, that you can see the curvature of the Earth. You can't see it. And it's been proven over and over again. But there's still people out there that will say, well, I've seen the curvature of the Earth. I have been up into the Burj Khalifa and I looked out of the top floor observatory. It's 1,000 feet in the air and saw the... No, you didn't. You didn't. I was on the Concorde and I was flying across the Pacific Ocean. No, you didn't, because the Concorde only flew across the Atlantic. Okay, that's called the straw man argument I just made right there. Did you catch that? I made. Well, listen, you haven't seen the curvature of the Earth. The only experience that you have is of a flat world. You've been told your whole life that the Earth is round. You've been indoctrinated for your whole life that the Earth is round. You've seen it in movies. You've seen it in pictures. It's been crammed down your throat by NASA. And those that don't believe that the Earth is round, well, they're immediately rejected and thought of as idiots. Now, notice again, I did not tell you that the Earth is flat. I did not tell you that that's what I believe. Critical thinking. I hope that you watch this video and that you get the idea that I'm trying to lay down here, that you pick up what I'm putting down. Not necessarily the conspiracy theories, but the critical thinking aspect of it all. And my time is gone. I'll catch you on the next video. God bless you. See you soon.